I bought the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 4K, and this video is not going to be a review. It's going to be why I bought it in 2020. This is not practical. Let me just adjust this. Okay, that's better. All right, so why did I buy the Pocket 4K, the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera, a 4K in 2020? There are so many options out now. There's the R5, the EOS R5 coming out soon that shoots 8K. You know, there's maybe the A7S III. Honestly, I think it's gonna come next year. You know what? I don't even think it's gonna come. I think they're just like, they don't need it. They don't need it. Buy the Venice. Even Nikon, their Z6, I've heard nothing but good things about it. So why did I buy, and also, you know, there's a Pocket 6K. Why did I buy the Pocket 4K in 2020? Well, I'm gonna give you my list of reasons why, and I'm gonna show you why, more importantly. So first of all, what did I have before? I had the A7S Mark II. Great camera. Honestly, it's still a great camera, but would I recommend anyone buying this now? Hell no. Just like James Matthews, hell no. I would not recommend this camera. It has terrible autofocus. It does not have hybrid log gamma. It does not have it doesn't have very good 4K. It's got 4K, it's not DCI 4K. But secondly, like, you may as well just buy the A7 III, which has a 6K sensor that downsamples 6K footage to 4K. So immediately, the more basic model's 4K is better than this model's 4K. There's that. That's one reason I upgraded. Number two, thinking about what's coming soon, the EOS R5, you know, the Komodo 6K from Red, which apparently is gonna have autofocus. Who knows? Arlen, you wanna come up? Up. Come on. Oh yeah, excuse the room, because like, I mean, you can't see it because I'm cropped in, but if we crop out real quick, let's punch back in. Okay, so when it comes to a camera, I think now, what do I actually need? Yo, am I soft? By the way, if I'm soft, it's because this is obviously a manual. Like, there's no autofocus really. There is, but there isn't. And I'm using a manual lens because, but yeah, my L series 1635, I kind of broke it. So that's like over $1,000 down the drain. Why would I buy this 4K camera when there's an 8K camera coming, there's a 6K camera coming? Ever since I bought my Red Scarlet W, so I used to have that. So before you're like, whoa, hold on, why is he talking about this camera when he's got a Red Scarlet W? I don't anymore. I sold it because it wasn't really paying itself off. It's a long story. Just click the video in the corner and you can find out why I sold it. Ever since I sold that camera, frankly, ever since I bought that camera, I've always thought, why do I need this piece of gear? Is it gonna benefit me? And I'm really gonna use it. And like, what do I need? Like, when you buy a 4K camera, how does it affect things like hard drive? Like, how does it affect things like how much hard drive space you need, how much hard drives you need to buy, SD cards, or, you know, CFast cards, or SSDs like the Pocket 4K takes? How are you doing? What's up? And you know, if you get a 6K camera, that is significantly more storage space you need. And then if you get the 8K camera, you know, the R5 coming, that actually confirmed shoots 8K. It's funny, I watched a recent podcast and they were talking about the perfect camera. Link to that in the description below, by the way. And they're talking about the EOS R5, and one was just like, I just see 8K as a burden. Like, why would you want to shoot that? If you're creating content so frequently, why would you want to shoot 8K if you don't need it? Like, I think 8K is cool, right? I've shot with an 8K camera, I've shot with the Red Monster before, and it's sick. Seeing stuff clearer than you can see it is insane, right? I don't know what the image sensor for our eyes is, but whatever, 8K is amazing. But you would need to buy humongous SSDs or SD cards or CFast cards or CF Express cards just to film for long enough in 8K. You'll then need to buy hard drives, multiple hard drives, because you're gonna have at least 1 or 2 or maybe even 3 backups of the first set of clips. And then you're also gonna need a computer that is strong enough, beefy enough, powerful enough to handle and process and edit and export 8K footage. Now, you know, that just sounds like a headache to me. 4K, a lot of my clients don't even ask for 4K. They just expect 1080p or somewhere in between, right? 4K still is a little bit of a luxury. Now, I know there's a lot of clients, some higher end people who are like, you know, we want this shot in 8K, like Louis Vuitton or whatever. But if you're watching this video, you're probably not shooting for them, because I'm not shooting for them, not yet. So, you know, going from 1080p to 4K, it seemed like a logical step for me. I don't need 6K because I'm not gonna be punching in a lot. And even if I did want to punch in, maybe the delivery would be 1080p or 2K. So that's just me. I don't really need 8K. I don't even need 6K. I've had 5K and it was nice, but I would say like 4K now is a new standard. But even with that said, a lot of my clients don't ask for 4K, so I don't need to deliver in 4K. So there's no point buying like a 6K or an 8K camera if my clients are just expecting 1080p. So the third thing, this camera is hella cheap. Right now, I bought the Pocket 4K for £1,070. More or less the same in US dollars, like $1,100 or something like that. That's insane. One, for a camera. Two, for what this camera is capable of. It shoots Blackmagic RAW. It shoots ProRes. It shoots like 4K 75 frames per second. Obviously, you know, a little bit windowed, but full sensor, it shoots 4K 60. It's insane. Like, for £1,000 freaking pounds. Like, that's just nuts. If anything, this point really is just, it's value for money. You could get two of these cameras, and granted, you need to add some bits and bobs to it to actually make it properly usable, like a V-mount battery, a Samsung SSD, a cage, you know, some other things, a monitor as well, which is what I'm using to view myself here. That's what you guys look like. Yeah, you could buy two of these cameras for the price of my A7S II. Like, that's just nuts, you know? You can have a 2-camera system for the price of this thing. Granted, there's no AF or anything, but hey, doesn't matter. So the fourth reason, this is reason number 4, right? It is really light. This camera is so light that it's just easy to work with. Even putting it into a cage, putting on a V-mount battery, it's still lighter than the Red was when you rig that out. So I am more than happy working with this camera. And then the last, and if not most important reason, is the footage. Holy fucking shit. Footage is insane. It's just insane. Like, the footage looks so good. I've never used a micro four thirds sensor before, and frankly, I always thought, oh no, I don't want to go near that. The sensor's too small. It doesn't matter. I've used full frame, I've used Super 35, and now I've got micro four thirds. None of them are that different. True, if you compare them side by side, with any camera and any sensor size, you'll see a difference. But the footage out of this camera is insane. I love it. Jumping in real quick here, I forgot point number 6. So when I say those are the 5 reasons later on in the video, because I'm going to say that, it's actually 6 points. Point number 6 is this thing shoots RAW. For £1,000, this thing shoots fucking RAW. That's incredible. RAW gives you so much flexibility. You know, there's so many reviews on this camera. I'm not gonna go crazy deep into it, but if you don't know what RAW is, basically, it's like when you shoot a JPEG photo versus a RAW photo. JPEG, you know, all the information and stuff is baked into that image, and you can only make so many changes and very little, like minor changes before you start to break the image. A RAW photo holds all the information, so you can completely fuck with it, the photo, and it won't break. The image will hold together and still look really cool. So you can change the blues to pink, you can change the yellows to green, you know, you can change everything. Shooting RAW video is the same thing. It's insane. So, you know, there's H.264, like what my A7S II shoots, and it's an 8-bit image as well, whereas this thing shoots 12-bit RAW. You push this image too far with the A7S II 8-bit H.264, you're gonna break it, and that's actually another reason why I bought this camera. I was just pushing the image too far, and I was like, you know what, I can't get the look out of this. Like, I want to try push things a little further, and I'm like at the edge of what this can do. With 12-bit RAW, you can just push the colors like crazy. That's how I got shots like this for my latest video, and also if you guys want like a breakdown on how I colored it and how I shot that'll be coming soon. Anyway, let's jump back into the previous MC. I'll see you when I see you. So yeah guys, those are basically the 5 reasons why I bought this camera in 2020. Honestly, I'm not saying you need to get it. I'm saying that you should look at what you need, really think about it. You know, if you're drooling over the Komodo 6K or the EOS R5 that's gonna shoot 8K, just think, like, yeah, those things are selling points. They're gonna be like, oh, shoot 6K? You know, the 6K is good. Oh, 8K is better. With AF, I'll admit 8K with AF, like dual pixel AF, that's pretty damn cool. But do you need it? That's what you gotta ask yourself. I didn't need it. So I didn't wait for it. I just went for the Pocket 4K, and I honestly don't regret it. Getting good with manual focus is a skill that you'll need, especially if you're doing this professionally. And also, if you're just doing YouTube stuff, like, do you need 8K? If you're doing vlogs and cinematics and stuff, just think about the logistics of dealing with 8K on a, like, 2 to 3 times per week, like on a weekly basis. Like, that's gonna get annoying. And it's gonna be a lot of money. So anyway, guys, that's basically it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Yeah, I'm so pumped to have this camera. It's just amazing. Anyway, more videos to come. Yeah, I'm aware, you know, I didn't really want to talk about it too much in this video, but the whole COVID-19 thing going on right now, obviously I've got some free time to make more YouTube videos, so that's what's gonna be coming for the foreseeable weeks. Yeah, unfortunately, quite a lot of gigs got cancelled. Hopefully, I'll have some music videos coming soon, because those guys are just like, yeah, let's just shoot. As long as they're not sick, I'm not sick, thankfully. I don't think I'm infected either, because it turns out you can be infected and not have any symptoms for up to 2 weeks. But I'm coming up to 2 weeks now from like when this whole thing started, so I think I'm okay. But yeah, be safe, guys. Practice social distancing. Please don't buy all the toilet paper, because old people need it too. I need some as well. I only have like 1 packet left. If you'd like to send me toilet paper, there's an address below. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys. If you want to see more, click the video on the right, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.